What's the legal battle of this going forward? Before the battle was we need an alternative pathway. No, there's no alternative pathways. Now it seems like everybody's on the same page. There needs to be an alternative pathway to the 150. But now it's whose alternative they want to use. So is there a brewing battle between, you have almost 20 states that have some sort of legislation now, I think, bubbling up. And then you have the other states that don't. Is AICPA and NASBA, is their strategy going to be to go to those states that don't and say, hurry up and adopt our plan? And then you got this tipping point where the other states are going to have to concede. Whereas California, are there states like California and Minnesota that are a little bit tougher on this? Are they just going to really push back? Is there a revolt happening? What's your take on the politics of this?
I don't know what's going on from a legislative perspective, candidly, but as I hear you say that, it feels like what we really need in the profession is psychological safety. And psychological safety is we can have high intellectual friction. I once heard Ron Baker talk about Verisage. They described as a think tank. We can battle in the arena of ideas, and we need low social abrasion. And I'm afraid that there's a lot of social abrasion here, where if, God forbid, you speak up against these behemoth entities, that you don't have a space there. Like you can't have a divergent perspective. And that's not what we need. We don't need political fighting. We have enough coming up with our presidential election, right? Like, can we just all agree that we want the public protected and that we want more CPAs, and we need to do these things together and collaborate together and not try to, I've said and I'll say again, I feel like right now there are 4 E's for CPA licensure. It's experience, education, ethics, and ego. And ego is putting out plans that are not actually thoughtful and helpful to the ecosystem.
And you know what the proof is of your theory, Amber? It's that the top-down leadership has failed to improve the CPA profession over the last 20 or 30 years. We have seen salaries stagnate. We have seen the number of CPAs decline. All the numbers are going down. Except the only number that seems to be going up is accounting firm profits. That's about it. That's the only good news there is. And that doesn't help the people who are entering the profession because that's 15 years down the road and they're
Yeah.
not as interested. So